Good morning everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. So last week we had this big pin bar. We had the continuation from the pin bar yesterday, and we did end up with another inside bar forming. So we are in between the moving averages at the moment, and we haven't got a crossover of the faster moving averages yet. So this is ranging right now, and what you might as well be doing is looking on top of that red bar and just off the bottom of that red bar. You can see there is the tail there. We did come back and test that, and then we've got another level that we are flirting with right now, which is of some importance, which is 15,827. So oscillators have crossed off, pointing up. Big pin bar continuation. Could be a range forming, inside bar, inside bar, inside bar. But typically when you see that, there's a higher probability of it breaking to the downside with a juicy gap below. So just keep that in the back of your mind on the higher time frames. Now, if we drill down to the lower time frames, and we start with the 3 hour, you can see how the week started. Rejection, rejection, then moving forward. So I'm very reluctant at the moment to pick any long-term direction right now. One thing that is clear is we've got a crossover with moving averages here, and the rest of it is not clear at all. So we are flirting with this 15,827 area, but this tweezer top here is fairly important. So a break and retest of 15,794 can have to be a decent break. It's going to have to break down below these lows of these two bars and then come back and retest. That's going to trigger a bigger move to the downside. So until that happens, it's onwards and upwards. So you can see on the 1 hour we've got a clear crossover of the moving averages, which happened early yesterday, or actually happened late Friday, but we did get the crossover. We've broken through this 5794 area, which is a very strong area of resistance. So you can see it took us 3 days last week that we were bouncing off that area, but then we got a bit of confusion, and the reality is we're above the 150 EMA here. So this is a retest of the 150 EMA. So for me, this is the start. This is turning out to be a confirmed rounding bottom. We're going to need to break basically above this area here at 15,859 for it to play out. And you can also see a head and shoulders, an inverse head and shoulders here. You can see there is your left shoulder, there is a massive head, and this is the right shoulder that is forming. So that is key, 15,859. If we drop down to the 15 minute, it wasn't really an opportunity to buy into this because it was like onwards and upwards until the open, which was there at 9:30, and then all the way down, no real structure, and then that just set the tone for the rest of the day. So the one thing that is again clear is that we are in an upward trend. So I'm a bit reluctant to jump in the middle here, and I'm also very reluctant to jump in off the bottom here. There is no real structure to bounce off, so we'll leave that as it is, and we're going to be focusing on 15,859. I want to see a break and retest of that before I get too excited. 1600 is your next level. It is massive. We all know that. Just move it up there. You'd actually just make it like 15. There we go, 15,999. It is a massive area. You come to the 3 hour here, you can see what's happened in the past there. So we've been buying and selling off that area pretty much all year. So that is the next logical target, but we've got to break through 15,859. If we can't break through 15,859, then this tweezer top here is very much still in play. And if you look at the oscillators here on the 3 hour, that is the clear indication from a longer term that we're going to pull back. But as I say, it's up until it's not right now. We are looking for a trade for the day, and that is the only one that I can see. A break of 15,859 retest, and then that should give you a fairly decent move up. You've got this move here, and just take it off the low there. It should give you something like that. You should be targeting 15,900, and if you come here, you'll see there is structure here as well, just above that area. Okay, so anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment, and from a longer term perspective, if we do get above this area and hit the target, the measured move, come back and bounce, that's going to be even more solid area to be buying off for a break of this and then targeting 1600. So that's kind of my view at the moment. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.